That is him. Ooh, and that's me.
What should I say? What?
Yeah,
I've
so
never
we are here at Motive with Joseph. Joseph, thanks for giving us some time to interview you on my YouTube channel. Joseph here is an engineer, builder, motorcycle enthusiast, and so many other things. So we are here with his Honda Steed 400. Yeah, Joseph, when did you get this bike?
Yeah, I actually customly built it, so I can't say the tanks, the what, all these kind of parts are literally different.
Okay, so from the side, where did you buy it from? That's what-
No, some guy was actually selling an engine.
Okay, just the engine.
Like like the engine.
So you started with the engine.
Yeah, I started with the engine, and then the tires. Also, some guy had also the tires and other parts. So the frame was actually halfway kind of like damaged, so we had to do fabrication.
Wow, so you had to straighten it up.
Yeah,
it was
we had
it was
to
bent.
do a lot of like fabrication on it.
Wow.
So it was like more intense. It was just like building a bike.
Yeah, from the ground up.
I
Yeah.
remember building my first bike. It looked like kind of tiny. So at that one, like I literally built all the parts from scratch.
Oh, wow.
So from there, and that was my first time. This one also building it is like my first time.
That's first time.
So initially, I never used to like build bikes, but I used to do other things in engineering. I also have a background in metal fabrication and other things.
Absolutely.
So I
Yeah.
was just like, let me build something custom. Even if I park where in Kampala, someone will be like, yeah, that is the only one bike.
Hey, that's
And
one
it
of one.
belongs to it.
Nobody else has it. I mean,
So-
that's the spirit of custom.
Yeah, that's the spirit of custom. I also never used to see a lot of bikes with kind of like tire labels where the letters are also put over like, okay, let me make that. And then since it still has the shape of Steed, so we're like, okay, maybe the side covers should probably be a bit unique.
Yeah, yeah.
So we had to design this kind of thing here with the front mesh. Yeah, that's so it has that kind of thing like air intake, the radiator kind of system. It's, commonly seen in sport cars.
Yeah, of
So
course.
the concept is like the one of the Bugatti, so it's like a bit like an arch one, where like air goes in. Actually, most of the electronics are not in here. Things like power pack and the rest, all of them are like kind of summarized it with unique set of wiring. And it's all under the tank.
Wow.
It's a common thing here sometimes when people park
So the
there.
power
The
pack
power
is
park and most of the interesting
CDI.
things are under, yeah. So we created room in here and made sure that that can fit in there. So this is the tank. The tank is also, I really forgot the name of this bike, but it's these old police bikes where you kind of like have a career here. I don't know whether they're BMW or...
Is it the USSR? It must be one of those Russian bikes.
Yeah, the ones you used to use for like, I think World War II.
Hey, yeah. It must be yeah.
Yeah, some of them had these kind of tanks. So I actually got this from someone who had it. You can also pay those guys; they just give it to you. So I got
Okay.
this, and I was like, I probably need this shape.
So they still do have those tanks.
they do have actually the bikes that are there that have these tanks.
Where is that?
Yeah, there's a guy here who's selling it in Endeavor.
So he has so many of those tanks.
Yeah, he has a number of them.
Ah,
I
so
don't know really how he got them because I don't know if they're in production, but I don't think so.
hey, so you connect me to this guy because
Yeah.
friend of
So
mine wants
he has these tanks. I was like, I needed the tank to look like small, but it's actually big. Yeah. This is almost like same size or capacity with the one of the
with the
original
stock.
Steed.
Yeah.
So we're like, I did this tank. You know, it just brings the contrast out of it. Like, it looks small, but it actually functions. Yeah.
It carries the
it also brings the curve in the bike, so you can see like the bike all has this natural bit of flow.
Yeah.
So that also makes it like feel nicely. when the design is coming. I really had to do a lot of sketches from the beginning. Then when you go to the headlamps, trust me, anything that you have in the workshop should just work for you. Fabricating the handlebars, you can see, but they're still kind of rusty. This is some bit terrible work of fabrication. I didn't actually coat it after that.
You welded these?
Yeah, these are it's custom like built.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
nice.
so you even had to add in other metals inside there so that the bar, like when the bike falls, it doesn't bend a lot or anything like that.
So you added something inside these bars?
There's a lot of stuff in there.
Wow.
To make it like really strong.
Sturdy and strong,
so you have to maintain the principles of engineering and also the mechanics, and you have to know the engine is also heavy. You have to know like so many things. You're not going to put any kind of metal gauge expecting it to just work. No,
Absolutely,
it's going to be devastating. It will be so many. So the headlamps.
Where did you get
The headlamps are really also built. Like you can see these are some of the construction. These are aluminium bars, the one you find on sliding doors. So you just get that, and then these are different. These are also commonly sold in the latest Range Rovers or cars.
Okay.
So you can get this in town a bit cheaper. For less than what? I don't know. Less than $5.
Okay. Wow.
So you can get this. And then I actually had to do the sketch of how I want it to look like. So I was like, let me arrange them. Initially I wanted them to be like 6. So I'm going to turn it on and probably you can see it. So most bikes have the indicators like this, right?
Yeah.
So let me turn this on. So this is like when I'm starting the bike. So the lights charge, and then so here I have full beam, like when I'm moving nighttime I need to reach far. So these two here focus like on the really low ground, then these two focus on like far. So I have like a very clear view in the night when I'm riding. So most bikes you find the concept is that the indicators be here like this. Most of the indicators are hanging on the bar or somewhere here, but I wanted to make it like super unique so that the indicators are ingrained within the headlamp itself. So when you switch your indicator like this, so now this side activates to be what? An indicator.
Awesome.
And this side still remains. So then the beams just keep that. So if I switch to the other side, then also same thing happens. So I just wanted it to be like that.
Beautiful.
Something like doing
awesome work, man. And this plate that is on the radiator?
Yeah, actually.
What's it for?
It's a guard. Because if you put a guard here also, I didn't want to really congest the bike with so many guards, making it like something too congested. I needed it to be like really, really simple, looking more like sportish. So this has actually helps a lot in protection from mud. So I actually cut some light pieces of metal, then also gluing it with iodide or epoxy kind of glue. And it gives good results. Then here you just pivot some of them, use a rivet gun, and then you just join all the parts together. So this is like kind of some air intake, so that it just still continues to radiate. But a lot of the mud, it's like literally a lot that comes from the tire stops, so it doesn't affect my radiator that much. For the other ones, the tail indicators are also done to the bit of the cut.
So when you put on the indicator as well, these tails also indicate. Okay, they indicate. Okay, the indicator is nice.
So it's also tiny, but it's supposed to just make not congest also back end of the bike, but like keeping it simple. And wanted this curve to follow the nature of the bike from behind. So it gives it that kind of unique look, and also functions at the same time. So for the seat, just did the cutting of. I had to cut some metal, but it's actually not that strong enough. But it can manage my weight. I believe if someone heavier tries to sit, maybe it will just do a lot of movements. So it's like a spring here, but it's kind of comfortable. Because when I'm riding, it's like I'm just seated.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you still have the shock inside, right?
Yeah, the shock is there. There's a big shock here. Single shock. So this one is just, I really need the whole seat to be comfortable because I always sometimes get a lot of back issues.
Hey, well.
So that's the concept I was trying to have.
And then painting the engine, what did you use to paint?
Yeah, the engine, we actually took it to Robert. This one here, it's a mixed. He first did it with the normal matte black. But initially it had a thinner, and then like of course when you begin firing it up, the thinner begins to kind of smoke and all that. So the mixture was not right, the paint.
Okay.
So we had to also apply in a can, and actually the cans give good results.
So that's matte black from the can.
Matte black
That's
from the can.
was the finishing.
Yeah. So I think like 4.2. So then some parts are not matte, some are just like regular black, but epoxy black. So also changing the switch.
It's interesting that the paint is still intact. It hasn't even flaked a little bit.
No, it's just only bad with dust. But once it's washed, it really looks beautiful. And I just wanted it to keep it like black, not mix also too many colors, and make it like congested with lots of colors. So the way the tank is plain, you can actually customize it with anything you wish to. Things like you can put in logos, whatever. So I always use like this logo here. So this is like a church logo, not some. This is Saint Benedict, so it's a prayer.
You're Christian.
Yeah.
There you go. And you relocated the switch.
Yeah, because the wiring was different, and remember the wiring used to be close to the power pack, but I just had to get the switch up to here. But it was also a bit kind of tight. And then, of course, when you radiator, like, I actually had to do I had to do a lot of the stuff manual on the bike to kind of like if you're using this bike for a long distance or in muddy positions, you know, our roads are a bit terrible. Right? So I had to make a lot of the stuff manual. It's up to you to like keep it in the mind that I need to do this and activate this. Or you can ride with them long term, but you need to have good battery on it. Things like sensors on a stand and all that kind of stuff. Things that mud can get in and begin to affect the bike. Those things are like taken to it. So,
okay. And the air filter, you
the air filter.
did some editing on it.
Yeah, the air filter customly. Maybe I can push it like there so that you can.
Let's look at this. Look at the other side.
So,
and the pipes, where do you get this pipe from?
Actually, there's a guy who was selling
them.
Steed pipe, and then I had to really get them because I liked these ones. I needed those short ones, but it's like it's just good to.
You could have cut them.
Yeah, but it just came out like naturally. Things just fell in place, and I kind of liked it.
And they're straight pipes. They're open. No, they have some buffalo.
One has a silencer, the other one doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like still some rolling sound on the bike.
Yeah.
So yeah,
of course. That's the sound.
So yeah, that's how it really came out. So maybe you can hear this.
Awesome, good. Yeah, fire heater for us. And,
there's a bike I made, so friend also told me, let's make an electric. So we have these kind of futuristic designs. And I really wanted to break a lot of concepts of bike,
Yeah.
the looks of it. So things like headlamps, people don't focus on those things a lot.
Yeah.
Like how the bike is supposed to look like. But when you see guys who are releasing cars, they always tend to focus a lot on headlamps.
Headlamps, yeah.
I've tried to see like what? When you see like guys releasing like Ducati bikes, Kawasaki's and what, they try to play around with the headlamp, right? But they do not do much into it. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to transfer this into big bikes. If you look at the big bikes currently, all the who modified big bikes, they still have the same kind of like headlamp. Actually, when I'm coming with the bike, and sometimes I look at myself on the mirror, like there's that attention it brings to the front end of the bike. It's like a big thing, you know. Yet the tires are tiny. Actually, I needed some big tires in front to make it like really look aggressive when you're coming from the front. So that's how I really wanted that. Secondly, like to also take out the. This was really some terrible work, I can say. This thing is building it for the first time, like to be honest. This is like my first time trial.
Building this kind of bike,
Yeah, this kind of thing. I was like, let me just do it because I have some time. I actually built it over the Christmas season. So like, let me just do it because I have the time, really. Side covers, you know? Side covers with the air intake and everything. Changing this and doing that, like, and it just finally gives the results because you really want change so many things from the usual ones that you see kind of on a daily.
Absolutely,
yeah. And also raising a tank, changing the tank and giving it this way.
So this is pretty much done.
That's what it does basically, yeah.
So are you going to change anything else on the bike, or this it's good to go now?
No, I really don't wish to change much. I would love to, but I don't think I have the time. That would be like building another bike. Because if I start on it, that means I'm going to change a lot. So I just need to leave it like the way it is. And then I'll probably the seat. Maybe I'll add it because this seat was supposed to. It's adjustable. Just come out and then close to the other side. So yeah, you can see now it's like a bit stiff because I haven't used it in a while. So this opens.
So, you want to put the back seat?
The back seat I actually didn't put it because initially I built this to do that.
Absolutely, yeah. That's where there's a lot of space down here.
Yeah, the space is for that actually. So what you can put in and carry. But at this point, I really don't have much to do or carry because still using it.
Great. So is the bike still on sale? Because last time I was here, you told me.
Yeah. But it's actually kind of fun. I'm still selling if someone wishes to also have it and put it among his collection or whatever. I am giving it out because I believe like if I give it out, then I can really get room to build another.
You should.
These days, so.
You should build another one and
I think now the next one, of course, I know where I've made mistakes. Some of the things that have really gone wrong. I believe I would rectify that, and the next one would be like really good. But this bike is really fast. I like the speed. It just flows, and I enjoy it when I'm actually on the road.
That's
and
good.
then it feels like low and kind of like more safe. You just feel excited when you ride.
Which other bikes have you owned in the past?
I had a number, but mostly I love Honda. To be honest, I don't know why. I think nearly all the bikes that came across me were Honda. But I think I owned like about 3 bikes really. So I had a Honda. The second one, I was like, no, I'm building.
Which kind of Honda? Was it a Scrambler? What?
Yeah, the second one was a Honda Scrambler. So on the Scrambler, it was I think about how many? It was about 250. It wasn't that big.
Okay.
The next one was also about 100cc. I was like, okay, maybe just keeping it simple. But 100cc was really good. So I had to modify it and modify the engine. Literally a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think I clocked it up to like maybe 110. So then I changed the frame, built a new frame for it, built like literally, that one took me time because I was fabricating the whole thing.
The whole thing, wow.
Did the wiring, then it came out like some tiny kind of concept bike which I used to like dodge traffic and what. So it would fit in like a very tiny area.
Yeah.
So it almost literally looked like a bicycle and electric thing, but it was really fun because it was also fuel efficient, like so many things were worked on. The carburetor was changed, so I used to put in I used to spend like less in fuel. That thing was more economical and helpful. Unlike this.
Awesome. I'm still seeing new things every now and then. The side mirrors, where do you get them from? They're very interesting.
This also is kind of like cheaper online there. This is also like to just keep it simple but also functioning.
Yeah.
With those big side mirrors, like as if you want to see the whole road.
Stock, yeah, they're very boring.
Yeah, but this is also functional, but it's also kind of simple. So this build here is trying to use like literally what you have instead of like buying a lot of things.
Yeah.
So this is like when you have ready stuff in your workshop and you just wanting to fabricate and be creative with what you have. But if you're really to invest in some good money and build it, then it should just turn out to be like really awesome.
And these buttons here.
Yeah, these are not actually buttons. This is where you have your indication of neutral, full beam, and So these things light up. This is your neutral if you're in neutral. Instead of having them all over, like so, you have to just collect them here and then you have them just.
Awesome.
The whole thing is just to summarize it.
All right, Joseph. Thanks for showing us your bike. We're probably gonna go in and look at your workshop and see. Yeah. All right, take us through your workshop and tell us more about your work.
So,
how long have you been there, though?
Yeah, so this is a workshop there. You can see this side we have bikes here, we have old bikes. Sometimes we repair some here.
So
actually, there's another
people bring in their bikes and they have them repaired here?
Yeah. I have a mechanic guy here, he's good, so people just love him for how he works on the bikes.
Okay.
So guys just bring in all kinds of things. We have electric, we have whatever, so we work on all kinds. Then this section here is where I just do my metal fabrication. Everything else I literally used to build my stuff is just from here. Yeah. So this table here is where I come to like when I just feel bored.
I see.
Need to hear some loud noise and cut metals and everything. This is where it happens.
This welding machine is it?
I use stick welding.
It's the sticker.
Yeah. Which is arc welding. So if I'm to go the other side, sometimes if I want to build like really complex stuff, I take it to my neighbors. Then
they have a MIG welder there.
Yeah, MIG welder. So basically, this is stuff for cutting. The whole thing here is just having the understanding and the engineering background. How do you begin to do your markings? How do you do your accurate cuts? It's something you practice with time. A lot of it I use tracing technique. Where I first build everything on a paper, or if I need a certain part, I just build it in paper in 2D. Then I put it on a metal. Then I just cut precisely or mark and cut. So
I should come here more often for lessons and everything, man.
That's how you build like most of the parts. You just need simple stuff. But when it gets to this side, this is my actual profession. So basically, we do things like robotics, electronics, 3D printing. Sometimes we taking coffee. Work here like night time. Okay. So actually, this is my table. From here. So basically this is where I mainly focusing on build things like these, machines and things. So
Joseph, you went to school for this kind of thing?
No, really no. I actually want to ask anyone who knows a university that funds all this stuff, all at once. Though some may be there, but really no. A lot of it is self-taught. You just kind of get into these things, buy machines, like starting this workshop, I really invested in a lot.
So what did you go to school for?
I studied from all the regular schools we have here.
Engineering? I mean university.
At Murray University. So, but But of course, you're not covering all these kind of things.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of it is self-taught, to be honest. You're not going to find any professor who's going to sit down. But these are some of the latest stuff we have in the world of today, and you know the curriculum has been also old school for long. And and another table over here where
there's a football here. Do you play football?
Yeah. I don't play,
football
but
here
I'm a fan of American football. I'm a boy from Detroit. I love the Detroit guys. So this is the blue Lions of Detroit. So I also watch a lot of NFL.
Okay.
So here is also another area where we also work on electronics. So with the electronics, that's why things like building like custom headlamps or unique headlamps, we also do it here. Some of it we 3D print some components from here. So you find there like holders and what on those lights, we 3D print them. So and of course a lot of cans. See, I have all kinds of colors, all kinds of flavors in here. I love these guys here. The paint is good. I've been using this for really quite some time, and the results are really good. If I'm to recommend you any kind of paint, you should also go and get this type.
Where can I get this from?
These are common here in town actually. We go for like about
10K?
10K, 10, 11K.
I've never seen this type.
But it's good because I've experimented with all kinds of paint. But this stood out. So there was even this type here. But this is when if I'm getting glossy, I trust this. When I'm getting like the matte, I go to these guys. They're really good, and their paint gives really good results.
So you can get this from anywhere in Nakasero? There should be a particular shop you show me.
But I believe they're common. You just ask them for that. So this is 3D printing here. Sometimes people order for also home lights. You get metals and then you just some stuff. So literally it's a workshop where you can fabricate whatever you want. You get in here, you build, design stuff, and 3D print. Whatever idea you have in mind, you just sketch it out. Build something out of it. So
busy place here.
So actually this was supposed to be a headlamp for a bike, but it was an electric kind of concept. So the indicators were going to be here. These were going to be indicators here, and then this was going to be where the full beam is. From here, all like LED kind of type. And then the indicators. So this was like a test kind of. You see how it looks like in front of a bike? So it was supposed to be like this. Bike. And then when you have to indicate, these things were supposed to activate. Or when you're into like fancy mode, these things go like into white bar, but here is black. So here there were going to be like some lights, the full beam.
I see.
So that's how we like design stuff and 3D print it. So.
Awesome. What about that thing over there? That's vehicle.
This is actually a robot, so it's
supposed to be a robot.
So you can see that's the chest there. So
what
I was working on was the head. It's a bit classified for some certain kind. We're going to be building. So this comes in here.
I see.
And then it just adjusts like everything. Now this goes up here. And you use it for testing like crazy stuff. This is where the hands go and stuff. So my background is I'm a robotics engineer. Profession, if you Google the name, it will bring you all kinds of projects I've done under robotics.
Awesome.
But it's also just building stuff from construction material. If you know what you're doing, I think most of the areas people across the world, whether you're in Thailand, some village, I've seen guys do crazy projects in any kind of place around the world. So it's like people, if you just know what you're doing, whatever you have is enough. Because you will get to know. For example, here I don't spend a lot, and I get to pick things from spoiled electronics. These are things people throw out every day, and they're actually much better than the ones that you actually try to buy online. Because the company is investing a lot to make sure it functions for a certain machine. But for us, we get it and use it also for that. But of course, if you find the data sheets, then it turns out to be fun.
I'm blown away by your work, man. You must be also a fan of Inco.
I know, I actually love their tools because I opened like about 2 to 3 workshops before.
So this is like a third workshop?
This is my third workshop because a lot of them I used to have them out of Kampala.
Okay.
Countryside, some very quiet places. So
What do you use this knife for? I'm a fan of knives.
I know these are just for like simple cuts. Fan of knives, yeah. I'm a big fan of knives. But Inco, I think their products they haven't disappointed me that much. I've been using them for quite some time. So I just said, okay, maybe it's a good brand. But they were cheaper back then. But I don't know whether they are right now.
They're still very much affordable. I'm always buying stuff here.
Looks also, it makes the workshop more appealing. Things are at least more colorful.
Yeah.
Not too dull.
Same company,
I don't like a dull workshop. Really. It just kills the mind and kills the motivation.
Oh yeah.
Or even just jumping and coming in. But once you brand your workshop properly, arrange your tools where you can find them even when you're under stress, it just simplifies work. That's the thing about
Absolutely. Alright, Joseph. Thanks a lot for your time, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the viewers are going to enjoy this segment. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, we're looking forward to more of your projects. I'll be in the. I'll make sure we keep in the loop. We keep in touch, and you get to know what you're doing, and make sure I try to cover it up.
I think the next one
Thanks.
is electric bike. So.
Electric bike.
Yeah, I'm building a super electric bike, so I need. It's going to be something big, really powerful,
Yeah.
and very fast.
Looking forward.
It's more
to
like trying to build a. I don't know. It's just a crazy concept. I already have sketches done.
Yeah.
A lot of the things are in place. I think it's just me deciding one day getting up and then start fabricating most of the parts. But
Absolutely.
yeah, I know once it hits the road, it's going to be something very, very different.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that, man. Looking forward to that.
All right.
Okay, all right.